Chris Adams.
Well, this one is going to be interesting. I am not involved in this. I knew, obviously, Chris from Dallas. We were there for 6 months, but otherwise, we didn't coexist. But I understand from the preview, from the clip, they have the guy that shot him, right?
Do you remember his name? I'll never forget the guy's name.
No, I can't.
Because there was a Gary Hart interview talking about it, and Gary Hart was very upset. He was close to Chris Adams. So it's weird just seeing a grown man talk about it. He's like, and then Boo Ray shot him. And Boo Ray, who the is this guy?
Well, that was, it was in Texas. So these things happen down there. But anyway, that's the thing with Adams. He made an impression in a short period of time in this country in the wrestling business, because people forget he wasn't really here and in a spot on any kind of national television for more than like 6 years, from the time that he came from England, right, until he was off TV for the most part. And I know some people are going to say, well, he was on everybody was on WCW in the 90s. But I'm telling me, in a meaningful spot, but he made an impression. The super kick, which was, it was
he did it best.
Yeah, he did it best. And he looked like a guy that could do with those long legs, and he still had the size and a blah, blah, blah. And it looked good, and it wasn't, just prostituted to shit to where people just did it over and over and got up from it, et cetera, et cetera. But that was a variation, as simple as it is, on anything that had been done in a way of kicks at that point. And, he was a legitimate judo practitioner and an amateur in England. And I guess his brother was way far ahead of him, was like nationally or internationally ranked. But Chris was a good worker, and he was, I think, as a heel, a better talker. He was so, as a babyface, he was so cheery, smiley, white meat, early 80s kind of thing, that I don't think that would have gotten over as the 80s progressed. But he was with that accent and that cockiness, he was a good promo. I don't know that, he was not going to be the main event guy either way in Crockett Promotions or in the WWF at the time. He was not going to be the guy, but he was capable of being on a card anywhere. But he was, again, I never saw that part because I was not, socializing with him and Gino in Highland Park or whatever while we were there. But apparently he was the nicest, guy in the world, to your face at least, and, in the locker room or whatever. And then he'd drink, and he was a fucking lunatic.
Didn't he super kick a flight attendant? Remember he got arrested? He went to jail?
No.
In the middle of a plane, he just gave her a super kick right in the aisle?
No, he headbutted her.
Come on, don't take it away from me. He gave her a super kick right in the aisle.
You see that? And that's why his legs were so long, he got over the fucking drink cart. Bam!
Holy shit, did you see that?
He never saw it coming. He went right over the fucking AL8s. No, he headbutted that wouldn't serve him any more drinks. He allegedly, and I think it was proven in a court of law, headbutted the flight attendant. Now that I think about it, I don't know whether it was a male or female flight attendant. Now, we've created probably some type of false narrative there.
I think it was a female flight attendant.
Well, I mean, I'm open to fucking either one. I'm just saying we got to leave all these things open unless it's on the goddamn internet. So everybody wants to fucking check it out.
It's about to be on Dark Side of the Ring.
It's about to be on Dark Side of the Ring.
Please do a reenactment of him super kicking a female flight attendant over the tray of drinks. That's amazing. Would Kevin Von Erich try to pull him back? Right? Wasn't Kevin on the flight with him? Am I thinking of that right?
See, that's the thing, is that I'm trying to remember, was this in the dying days of World Class, or was this in the early 90s? I think it was the dying days of World Class.
It was even before the dying days. It was because he went to jail for it in 86.
Oh, shit.
After he had turned babyface, because then after that, he jumped to Watts with everyone else from World Class, and they made it a thing where Iceman Parsons turned heel and was calling Chris Adams a jailbird.
Well, okay. Well, then in that case, yeah, I'm pretty sure everybody. See, in those days, I've mentioned we would fly Southwest Airlines. It was like $39 from Dallas, anywhere, Love Field, to anywhere in Texas. And they had late night flights that leave at like 10:50 or whatever, so you could actually get back by midnight. So all the guys would take those flights. So if there was a goddamn incident on a flight in the Dallas crew, most times, most of the guys were fucking on it.
And then I guess also you got to bring up, he trained Steve Austin. Steve Austin ends up falling in love and marrying Chris Adams' ex-girlfriend. They were never married, although people thought they were. And then Steve Austin never wanted to be around Chris Adams again, ever.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's something there too.
Because he had the inside scoop on exactly, Chris Adams, which you'll learn on Dark Side of the Ring this coming season, March 5th and beyond.
All right, we've gotten one episode in so far. Jim, another episode.
How many are there? No.